So before we can animate this, we need to design it. This will kind of be the final result. But this is what we're going to be making in Adobe Illustrator. The rest we'll recreate in After Effects. These are the only two shapes you'll need to build your paper. Align the rounded rectangle to the left side of your other rectangle and select both these shapes. Then using the Shape Builder tool, hold Alt or Option on Mac and left click over this portion of your shape. Realign the bottom of your rounded rectangle and remove this little corner from your paper as well. After that, we can use the Direct Selection tool to select the top part of our paper layer and resize it to however we want. I just duplicate this paper layer, reflect it on the horizontal axis, and extend it to make this folded paper effect. On your last sheet of paper, just make sure you straighten out this final corner. Now that our paper is finished, we can move our selection to After Effects. You can either save this as an Illustrator file and just import it, but I use the Overlord script. You can download this plugin on Gumroad for 30 bucks. I'll put a link in the description to it, and I really couldn't recommend it more. It helps with my workflow and speeds things up quite a bit. Your next step is to create a front and back texture map for your paper. You can make whatever pattern or design you want. I've already got my front and back created here. Keep in mind that this has to fit on all of our sheets of paper combined. I just stacked the individual layers and made the contents of my paper the exact same height and around the same width. Let's start by working on the leftmost bit of paper. Place your contents composition above your first sheet of paper, then animate the Y position down so it ends with the top of your composition just touching the top of your paper. Alpha matte your contents to the actual paper art we made in Illustrator. And that's basically what we're going to do with the rest of our paper. Just make sure you alternate between your front and back compositions as you go down the line. To really sell the illusion, you need every preceding fold of paper to appear right as the previous fold gets to the end of its mask. There are many ways to rig this up, but personally, I just made sure all of my content compositions moved the exact same distance on the Y-axis, but the later they appear, the farther they are from their masks to begin with. Now that I've got this animation happening linearly, I can pre-comp this whole animation, then use the Time Remap property to adjust the easing. I went ahead and rigged this to a slider rig with the Joysticks N Sliders plugin, but the Time Remap rig should work just fine. I'll put a link to this plugin as well in the description. Now you can edit this rig with just one keyframe. You may have to make some small adjustments at the end just to make sure your paper folds don't have any inconsistencies in them. I ended up adding a very subtle wave warp effect to each bits of paper. I also used a simple choker and a second layer underneath each to give my paper this outline look right here. If you want to look deeper into this, you can download the project file in the description. It's 100% free, but if you're able and willing, please consider tipping a couple bucks when you download. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Please like, comment, or subscribe, and follow my socials in the description if you want to see more content like this. If you have any questions about this, leave it in the comments or send me a message. But yeah, thanks for watching.